John chapter 2. Water turned to wine. Verse 1. On the third day there was a wedding in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Yeshua, Jesus, was there. Now both Jesus and his disciples were invited to the wedding. And when they ran out of wine, the mother of Yeshua, Jesus, said to him, "They have no wine." Yeshua said to her, "Woman, what does your concern have to do with me? My hour has not yet come." His mother said to the servants, "Whatever he says to you, do it." Now there were set there 6 water pots of stone, according to the manner of purifications of the Jews, containing 20 or 30 gallons apiece. Yeshua said to them, "Fill the water pots with water." And they filled them up to the brim. And he said to them, "Draw some out now, and take into the masters of the feast." And they took it. When the masters of the feast had tasted the water that was made wine, and did not know where it came from, but the servants who had drawn the water knew. The master of the feast called the bridegroom, and he said to him, "Every man at the beginning sets out of good wine, and when the guests have well drunk, then the inferior you have kept the good wine until now." In the beginning of signs of Yeshua did in Cana of Galilee, and manifested his glory, and his disciples believed in him. After he went down to Capernaum, he has his mother and his brothers and his disciples, and they did not stay there many days. Yeshua, Jesus, cleanses the temple. Verse 13. Now the Passover of the Jews was at hand, and Yeshua, Jesus, went up to Jerusalem, and he found the temple those who sold oxen, sheep, doves, and the money changers doing business. But he made a whip of cords. He drove them all out of the temple. When the sheep and the oxen poured out of the changers' money and overturned the tables. And he said to those who sold doves, "Take these things away. Do not make my Father's house a house of merchandise." Then the disciples remembered that it was written, "Zeal for the house has eaten me up." So the Jews answered, said to him, "What sign do you show to us, since you do these things?" Yeshua, Jesus, answered and said to them, "Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up." Then the Jews said, "It was taken 46 years to build this temple, and you will raise it up in 3 days?" But he was speaking of the temple of his body. Therefore, when he had risen from the dead, the disciples remembered that he had said this to them, and they believed that the scriptures and the word which Yeshua, Jesus, had said. The discerners of the hearts. Verse 23. Now when he was in Jerusalem at the Passover, during the feast, many believed in his name when they saw the signs which he did. But Yeshua, Jesus, did not commit himself to them, because he knew all men, and had no need that anyone should testify of man, for he knew what was in a man. John chapter 2.